here still at SITS 18, and I'm with the inspirational Sally Bogg. Sally, you are very kindly delivering our State of the Nation at the awards dinner.
I am indeed, and very excited as well.
Well, thank you for doing that. Just give me the kind of couple of headline points that you're talking about in that. What do you think is the current state of the ITSM nation?
I think the current state of the ITSM nation is facing a really exciting but really challenging time. There's so much sort of buzz around AI and robotics and all that kind of thing, and it's just understanding the impact that it's going to have on our sector. I don't want to say the robots are coming, not just yet, but I do think they are going to start to maybe disrupt our sector. And then I think another big challenge that we're facing is the digital skills shortage, and really what we need to be doing to recruit and retain high quality IT and ITSM professionals.
So I mean that's a big one in terms. I mean, come back to robots in a second, but just the skills shortage. In a word, what's the best source of new people or new ideas for that?
Diversity. I think we've got to look to a much wider pool of people really to fill the gap, and that's ages, that's gender, that's ethnicities, that's religion, and I also think IT's got a massive image problem. As a parent of 3 young adults, I can say categorically that they have no interest in working in the IT sector. They believe it to be boring. It's still got the image, computer says no, geeks in the basement. I think we've really got to start to address that, to make people understand that it is an exciting industry to be in, and it's got a whole raft of career opportunities, because I just don't think our young people that are coming up through the education sector are seeing that at the moment.
It's interesting that, because I mean, I personally have never really been interested in the technology. It's always been about how the people, you're working with people. So we need to get that message across.
Absolutely. It's that mix, isn't it, of technical ability, business awareness, digital skills, leadership, communication skills. And there's so many different flavours of roles and things in the sector, but we're just not getting that message out there.
And so we mean diversity in the broad sense, not just in the way that it's used by HR departments, but different types of people.
Different types of people. I think we need to stop recruiting against job descriptions. Job descriptions don't do the work, do they? And we need to be looking at creating roles for really talented people, because they are out there.
So what's next for you? Because I mean, I know you just implemented a new tool set. I mean, when you're saying that that's going very well, what have you learned in that process without necessarily going into the tool set itself? But what did you discover?
You won't be surprised to say it's all about people, and actually that was the element that we focused on. We haven't done anything amazing with our tool set. It's just very out of the box, very vanilla. But what we did was we worked really hard on things like training plans, engagement plans, communication plans, just to get the buy-in. So we used change champions throughout the department, and that's worked really well. We got customer feedback on our self-service portal. It did go really well, and has been adopted quite seamlessly almost.
That's fantastic. I saw you speaking at another event, I can't remember which one it was, but where you were sort of saying we all need to own up to the fact that we're all to blame to some extent for these things not having worked in the past. And that was a really good message. Yeah,
so I think certainly within the higher education sector there is a lot of dissatisfaction with the ITSM tool sets. But I think we've got to stop putting the blame on them and start to look at ourselves. We're all trapped in a cycle. We buy one, we stick it in, we think it's a silver bullet, it's going to fix culture, it's going to fix broken support processes, and then they fail to live up to expectations. So what do? We go out and buy a new one, and we're just really trapped in that cycle. So it's really going back to basics, I think, and back to the drawing board. And more importantly of all, it's finding a vendor that you actually want to work with, I think. My vendor won't be happy when I say this, but honestly, you could stick a pin in them. I've used so many different ITSM tools. In terms of functionality of what they do, they're all the same, really. What you need is a vendor that you want to create that strategic partnership with, and that's what I would encourage people to focus on. Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic messages. Sally, as ever, thank you very much.
No problem, my pleasure.
To your session.
Thank you very much.